How?
Hey, how's it going? This is Pete, or Kenshin 1913. Wow, I've never used that opening before.
And I'm Ghosty Films.
And we are Let's Playing Star Wars Dark Forces.
Yeah.
Dan is in Jabba the Hutt's, one of his many domains or things. What do they call this?
This is like his party boat.
Oh, no, this isn't his party boat.
He's like a sultan.
Yeah, he is, but no, what this wouldn't be a palace, but this would be like a...
It's a spaceship.
It's like a summer home.
Well, it's a spaceship, Pete. It's like his yacht.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's not as fun as the other one because he had like a tied up Leia.
Yeah.
And he had that cool music going.
I haven't seen one tied. Actually, Jan Ors is probably doing that right now.
What, being tied up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably being made to do all kinds of things.
If you think about it, Jabba the Hutt is like the Slug of the Star Wars universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's all slug-like. So I wonder if we got like a... I know other people probably talked about this before, but I wonder if anyone's ever gotten like a ton of salt and just put it on them or something.
Maybe we should, if there was like a space grocery store, we could get one of those canisters of like iodized salt.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
Use it, like
Just
bring
put
it.
it on him.
We could just lob it at him.
Because you know what? One, there's two things. One, if he doesn't die from it, and like he is like a slug, and he doesn't die from it, at least he'll lose some weight. You know what I mean? He'll shrink a lot. I hear that I haven't done it in like forever. Put salt on the slug, but I think they shrink, right?
They shrivel up and they leak out all of their fluids.
Yeah, and I bet you Jabba, as you can see, he's got a lot of fluids, so it might help him. So, you know what they could do? They could hook him up to an IV, and then use the thing and pour some salt on him. It could be like a salt kind of like therapy, where he'll lose like a ton of weight, and then like they have this IV ready to rehydrate him, but not as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Dan? Then he could be going out and he can date Mrs. Hutt again, and he could actually perform, sexually again. Now he's just he's like, I'm too bloated, I can't. He's telling his Mrs. Hutt, and she's like, oh, another excuse, huh, Job? And he's like, come on, cool it, look at me. I don't feel good as a person right now, and she's like, God,
Jabba has low self-esteem.
Sometimes he does, even though, you know what, you think this guy, he's rich beyond, like, whatever you can think of with all this money and all this stuff. But, if you actually sit down and talk with Jabba, he is kind of a sad guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He does want to lose weight, but he's one of those guys, he can't exercise. I mean, look at him. He's like a giant slug thing. He can't fucking run the treadmill.
He'd break any exercise bike that he sat down
or like
on.
whatever. I don't know what kind of exercise equipment they have in the fucking future, Dan. You know what I mean? Like, but he wouldn't be able
Maybe
to
they
use
would
it.
have like this tube, and it's like a wind tunnel, but it's got fluid in it, and he swims through the tube.
Oh, I wonder if Jabba would be a good swimmer.
Yeah, I would think that's the only way he could move around.
Maybe he was all pro in swimming way back in the day. Who knows?
Yeah, he probably had amazing abs.
Yeah, a lot of medals, he got, and Mrs. Hutt, let me put it this way. Mama Hutt was so proud of him back in school. And then somehow he got fat and he turned to a life of crime. You know how it is.
Yeah.
That's what happens with gangsters, is they, turn to a life of crime and then get fat.
I wonder if George Lucas isn't in charge of them anymore, but I wonder if they would make like
Jabba the Hutt,
a Jabba the Hutt prequel. Like, how did Jabba set off down his dark path to being a gangster?
Probably kids were making fun of him in school, and he's like, I'm gonna get them. And then eventually he got fat and turned to like evil activities and shit.
It would be like this Boys in the Hood kind of movie
like
with Jabba and his friends. Like he'd have this pro athlete friend.
Yeah, he was like the first Hutt to go to school, go to college, like get good grades and everything, and then he just...
Lawrence Fishburne would play his dad.
Yeah. And Lawrence Fishburne could play Jabba the Hutt's dad. That would be great.
Lawrence Fishburne's putting on quite a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Did you see that Predators movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
For a guy who was stranded on an alien planet, he was letting himself go. Like, I would think that if you were being hunted constantly on an alien planet that wasn't your own, like I would assume you'd be in tip-top shape.
Well, the first thing I would do personally, Dan, is let's say I landed on an alien island, I'm going to eat all the food that I have, and then notice that was a very poor decision. and then eventually die.
Yeah, sometimes people deal with their problems by
Yeah.
overeating.
Sometimes I'm a stress eater, Dan. You know, I come home from a hard day's work and I'm like, where is some food? I am fucking hungry. Thank God I am home.
You know what? I think that the predators would probably just take one look at you and be like, "Yeah, we're gonna let this one go." It's like, you know when a fisherman catches little baby fish and they just throw them back. They'd probably do that to you.
No, they'd probably look at me and be like, "Dear God, this is the biggest haul I've ever seen." And then they're gonna be like, "You know what? He's gonna kill himself. Give him a couple days. You know, let him breathe above land, and I'll be just doing that look, or I'll be just like flapping back and forth, and then they're just like, yeah, he's gonna die any minute."
They'd probably just like use harsh language to just try and convince you.
Yeah, be like, "Dude, don't you want to die? There's no way you're gonna beat us."
Yeah.
And then they show me like all this stuff.
Yeah, they'd probably show you.
Because you know what? I don't believe in the human spirit that much. Like, there's no way, like, you humans can do anything. I know video games try to teach you that and all that, but it's like, nah. Eventually humans can't do whatever they're doing. I don't know. Is that Jan?
No, she's around
That's her
here
helmet
somewhere.
or something? They took her helmet away from her?
No, it's some kind of crystal ball.
Oh,
or
you
something.
should take it. What's
can't,
that blue
it's
stuff?
broken.
Can you drink that? Is that
I think
Gatorade?
that's the. I think it's like the that stuff you put your dentures in.
No, I thought it was Gatorade.
No, maybe I don't know. It's
or,
Gatorade bright blue like that.
They got some blue Gatorade. They got Powerade.
Yeah, it's
those are
probably
blue.
Powerade, like that.
Like
Arctic Breeze flavor.
Yeah.
What does an Arctic Breeze taste like anyway?
It tastes like that.
Yeah.
You think that they don't have their team of scientists trying to be... Can you imagine being a flavor scientist? How great would that be?
Flavor science.
Just coming up with new flavors. You're a scientist who just comes up with... Is it even fair to call you a scientist at that point? I mean, sure, you're doing... Does anyone who does research just considered a scientist at one point? Like, how do you become a scientist? Like, I have a
I think
white
if
coat.
you get a band, if you become make a band and call yourself "We Are Scientists,"
Yeah,
you are a
that,
scientist.
Yeah. You know what? They are technically scientists. That's one of my favorite bands. And yeah, they are sort of. I don't know if they're actually scientists or whatever, but they're good. But yeah, I want to know how you become a scientist. Like I said, Dan, I got that white coat.
Yeah, you do have a lab coat.
I do have a lab coat and test tubes and all kinds of stuff that I do various experiments. But I'm just wondering how. There's that chip.
Yeah, I found the Navicard. Objective 1 complete. Now all I
No,
have to do.
two out of 3 objectives are complete.
Yeah.
Come on, you got your stuff, and now you got that nav card. Now you got to just rescue Jan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to know what the criteria is of being a scientist. Can I do it without years and years of study?
I think if you have long white hair, I think that's one step in the right direction.
Yeah, maybe a big white beard.
Maybe
like Santa Claus, but with a lab coat.
Yeah. Or if you could get some kind of glass dome and remove the top of your skull and put the dome on top of it so people can see your brain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is also instant. You acquire instant scientist status.
Yeah.
If you're able to do that.
Yeah, maybe that. I was thinking more of the lines of maybe, I don't know, just looking at information, maybe get one of those clipboards and put paper on it and be writing things and walk around and go,
Yeah, or you could have a bumbling sidekick.
Yeah.
But you kind of already have one, Pete.
Yeah, it's
Alright, I was going to say me,
I'm the bumbling sidekick, Dan. Give me a break.
Oh, alright. Well, then I'm a scientist.
Do you hear all the drivel that comes out of my goddamn mouth, Dan?
Yeah, and you do kind of have you do have a humpback.
I do sometimes. I walk around in like, sanctuary. And
Yeah.
I'm always looking for that hot,
Esmeralda?
gypsy chick, and she's never around. I'm like, where are those gargoyles I'm supposed to talk to? Like in that Disney movie, Hunchback of Notre Dame, there's supposed to be gargoyles that I'm talking to. But then I found out gargoyles ain't really alive, and then I was like, oh man.
You know what, Quasimodo? It's kind of interesting how he made kidnappers lovable.
Yeah.
Like, you don't normally think of kidnappers as being lovable. But
no, you don't.
Yeah.
Usually you don't. But sometimes there's just those kidnappers.
He's the
and
kidnapper
you're like,
slash
oh.
rapist with a heart of gold.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'd call him a rapist.
Well, maybe. I mean,
he did take that woman up to that place, if that's really true, and maybe he did have his way with her.
Possibly.
But we'll never know, Dan. Now, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Let's talk about some freaks here. What do you think about him, huh? What about the Elephant Man? You ever see the Elephant Man movie?
No, not the whole thing.
But have you've seen? So you know of the Elephant Man,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He was an interesting fellow. I was reading about him at work one day when I had some free time during lunch, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look up about the Elephant Man because it was just something that some guy was talking about, and I was like, this is kind of interesting. So I was like, well, let's Elephant Man it up.
Yeah, Elephant Man, that shit.
And that guy,
Elephant Man, the crap out of that shit.
He was kind of talented for being a hideous man.
Why? What did he do?
He used to like fold up cigarettes,
Huh.
like with his hands.
Okay.
He used to be in the circus as a grotesquerie. You know what a grotesquerie is?
I'm assuming it's some deformed guy.
Yeah. And then, excuse me, he befriended some scientist guy, like studied the hell out of him. And then he went and he talked to a blind chick or something like that.
I wonder what kind of effect it has on your psyche, on your...
I felt bad, you feel bad for this guy.
I mean, if you're like your best friend has to be somebody who does experiments.
Yeah, well, he ended up being an alright dude. And you know what? They actually had DNA of him. The English, I don't know what they would call it, like the English Library of Congress or whatever you want to call it. They had, that they keep all all kinds of information.
Uh-huh.
They actually had DNA of the Elephant Man, and shit. But during World War II, all that stuff got destroyed.
Really?
Which kind of sucks. But they do still have his skeleton, or the plaster cast of his skeleton.
Neat.
And his mat, and they took it. Did you know that presidents apparently, supposedly, maybe even back then, I don't know if they still do it now, they got this thing called a death mask.
No.
Where when they die, they fucking plaster their face or some shit. And then they did.
What do they do with it?
I don't know. They did one with Lincoln, and they had a mask of him when he was younger, and then one of him when he was older, and right before he died, and his face was all fucked up.
Yeah, that's.
It was due to all this. It was definitely due to all the stress.
Huh.
But yeah, the Elephant Man.
His
When
DNA.
they made that movie, the Elephant Man movie, they actually used the plaster cast, not the real one, but they went and they got all the info on it, and they remade it for the guy to wear.
If they had the Elephant Man's DNA, do you realize the possibilities, Pete? They could make a theme park about the Elephant Man.
They could.
It'd be like boom boom.
They could call it Elephant Man.
And then they could.
Yeah.
It would be like Elephant Man Park.
Yeah, they could do that, or they can find out what was wrong with him.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, let's not have that happen to another human being.
Well, Pete, the Elephant Man, his entire existence seemed to be about being a spectacle for people to view.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it would be more useful to society to bring him back through genetics.
So that we can all mock at him and look at him and be like, whoa, what's wrong with your face? And
Yeah.
That's how I look. And then they said, and then he says, are you going in the bathroom over here?
Maybe? Why?
Is that why you just throwing bombs in the stalls? Hey, what about someone was shitting in here? What about someone went, hey, I'm shitting in here.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he'd be in for a surprise because I threw bombs.
Yeah, he dropped some bombs too, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
He dropped some bombs the Jabba the Hutt has never seen before.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure, Dan. Damn, where is Jan Ors, huh?
She's in one of these doors over there.
Get over there and rescue her.
Alright, I need to murder some people first, though.
Use your goddamn hover boots or some shit.
I don't have hover boots, Pete.
What the fuck? You're in the future, Dan. You should be having hover boots or something.
I was not informed that I needed...
Do you even have a blowjob robot? Come on, Dan. The government hands those out. What is the government right at this point? Isn't it the Emperor?
Yeah.
So the Emperor more than likely put a halt to those blowjob robots.
Few people realize that the reason for the Rebel Alliance was because the Emperor took away everybody's blowjob robots.
Yeah. And they're like, hey.
Whoa, we can't have
We don't care
this.
if you're the evil Emperor, just don't take away our blowjob
Yeah,
robots.
the Jedis were like, no, not having this.
Because the Jedis, if you think about it, they were kind of like, because they're kind of like Catholic priests in the fact that, you don't really see any of them procreate. Like maybe they take a vow of chastity when they enter the fucking order of the Jedi.
And they're all a little creepy and weird. Like Yoda was a big time pervert.
No, see, I think. See, Anakin strayed away because he banged Padme, but you never hear about any other Jedi banging or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it, Dan?
I guess.
Like, the Jedi never banged each other. It's like you're in this school together. You might have feelings for each other. Why not, you know, let the Force be with you or whatever? And you know what's kind of funny, Dan, is we're actually recording these videos on May 4th. And a lot of people like to do that May 4th joke, like May the 4th be with you.
Oh.
Yeah, did you ever hear about that? Dan?
I've heard that. Yeah, that's kind of weird that that worked out that way.
Yeah, and then that happens every year. May the 4th.
But that we happen to be recording a Star Wars game.
Yeah. It is kind of interesting. But yeah, so if you're watching this and it's May the 4th, which it isn't because I'm not uploading this till Cinco de Mayo. Hey, she's supposed to have clothes on.
Yeah.
Or no clothes on. What the hell, Dan?
I can't tell if she said anything because we had the sound down.
Yeah, it's alright though. She should have had no clothes on.
Yeah, she should have at least had a metal bikini on.
Yeah. Something to reveal her skin.
Fingers crossed. Steamy hot shower scene.
Yeah, alright, here we go. They could have a shower on this boat though. They could have a shower on this ship, right, Dan?
I would have bombed the hell out of that thing now that I killed everybody.
Yeah, well, no, now that the whole thing is dead.
Oh, that's it?
Alright, now we're going to Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Which is like, that place.
Imperial City, Coruscant.
No.
What?
That's another one I owe you, Kyle. Like, how many times have you saved her? Maybe twice?
I don't know, but...
Are we keeping, like, a card? Like, you know, like the Subway sub card? Every time we save her life, and then the last one we can finally get a bang job, you know what I mean?
I hope so. I mean, I feel like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, what's the point? I mean, sure, you're pretty, and you're pretty smart, too, but God, when are we going to nail? I'm a good-looking guy.
I know, I'm tired. Kyle Katarn is tired of being in the friend zone.
Yeah, you're a good-looking girl. Come on, let's do it.
Alright, background. I checked out the Navicard you stole from Jabba's henchman. The card is an Imperial military encrypted navigation device that plugs into a decryption key box to decode Nava coordinates for the Nava computer.
Well, a lot of Nava going on.
Yeah. This card could tell us where the smugglers are taking their shipments. Unfortunately, the Navicard is useless without a decryption key to decode it. That key is located in the Imperial City, in the heart of the Empire. I don't need to tell you this mission is going to be a dangerous one. Mission. Maydeen, through his inside contacts, has arranged a security code clearance that will allow me to fly into the city and drop you off. Your target will be the Imperial Security Operations Building, the center of covert operations and intelligence for the Empire. A maximum security area with all posts alert at all times. The decoder is kept in a large underground vault in the heart of the ISO building. Once you have cracked the central computer, you will be able to insert the Navicard into the Navicard into the decoder and write the navigational information on data tapes. Then you will have to get out of the building with those tapes and return to the ship. Locate the ISO building, crack the main vault, insert the Navicard into the decoder, and get the decoded data tapes. Meet me back at the ship.
Oh yeah, Kyle wants to insert something else and somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't roll your eyes at me, ma. Jeez. Kyle wants to make out with this Oars lady. She's just a tease.
Yeah.
Big old tease, man.
That's right.
Where's the music? We should be hearing down. No, you don't gotta raise the volume. But we should be hearing dun 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 dun, like all the time at this point. Like, you're in the Empire right now, Dan. You're in the heart of it.
Yeah.
There should be all kinds of Empire things going on, like like real fast, like like a punk version of it.
Well, the music is turned down low. It's playing.
Yeah. I wonder, Dan, if A punk band has ever done a Star Wars punk version. I'm sure it's out there.
Probably.
And wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be neat, wouldn't it? That word needs to be coming back, Dan. What was that word you were trying to bring back? Dingle?
Hot damn,
Oh,
maybe? I don't know.
Hot dangle, I hear ya.
Yep, oh yeah.
Where are you now, Dan? You're in a building.
Yeah, I'm inside of a building.
So you gotta go to the Imperial thing where what's going on? Are these government workers you're destroying? Or?
Probably. I'm in the Imperial City and I don't see anybody who isn't a government employee, like a soldier or an officer.
Think of all this money now that you're killing all these guys. The government's gonna have to pay off their families and shit. Good thing they got life insurance.
Yep.
You're probably an insurance company's nightmare. You just come in here and murder everybody. Yeah, think about it, Dan. That's crazy, man.
Well, if they're all dead, do they really have to pay anything?
No, they don't gotta pay anything, but the insurance companies gotta pay off their life insurance premiums. You kidding me, Dan? Think of all the money that
all the families.
Either the families or the Empire, because I think we were talking about this before, that the Emperor takes a hefty life insurance policy out on every stormtrooper there is.
Yeah.
And he gets all this money in galactic dollars or whatever it is. I don't know what. What do you think it is? Do you think the Emperor at this point, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own money?
You know what? I've been to the Imperial City for like about a minute now, and I haven't seen any women. Like this city is like a total sausage fest.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Like what kind of city is it? It's all dudes.
Yeah, it is a lot of dudes. Hopefully the government worker ladies work like inside or something.
Yeah.
But no, the thing I was thinking of, Dan, is like if the Emperor did become, like, make his own money, what would they be? I guess they'd be called Palpatine bucks or something?
Yeah, Emperor Palpatine's fun bucks.
Yeah, I like that, fun bucks.
Yeah.
And you could spend them on various things, Dan. It'd be kind of fun. Anyways, Dan, I think you should kill this stormtrooper, walk off the elevator, and then call it a day. What do you think?
All right.
All right.